Hey everybody, Jason here. And let me tell you something folks, when it comes to adventure, New York City is like that friend who always has the wildest stories. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, this city's got it all. And today, we're diving headfirst into the heart of the action. Get ready for New York Unleashed. Top 13 must-do adventures in New York. We're talking bucket list stuff here, folks. So, crank up that playlist of your favorite Old English hits. You know, the ones that make you want to grab a cab and hail it with a raised umbrella, because we're about to embark on an epic journey through the concrete jungle. First up, we're hitting up the granddaddy of all New York parks, Central Park. This place is like the city's collective backyard, but instead of a rusty swing set, you've got sprawling lawns, picturesque bridges, and enough street performers to make you think you've wandered onto a movie set. Fun fact alert, this bad boy is so massive it's actually bigger than the entire country of Monaco. We're talking 843 acres of pure urban oasis here, folks. You can spend a whole day here, picnicking under the sun, renting a rowboat on the lake, or just people watching to your heart's content. And hey, if you're lucky, you might even catch a free concert or a Shakespeare in the Park performance. Next stop, we're getting our culture on at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or as the cool kids call it, the Met. This place is like a history book brought to life, with artifacts and masterpieces spanning over 5,000 years. We're talking ancient Egyptian tombs, Rembrandts, Picassos, you name it, they've got it. And hold on to your hats, folks, because here's a historical tidbit for you. Did you know that the Met's iconic facade on Fifth Avenue wasn't even part of the original design? That's right, it was added in 1902, almost 2 decades after the museum first opened its doors. So, put on your walking shoes and get ready to wander through the halls of art history. And don't forget to grab a selfie with the Egyptian Temple of Dendur. It's basically a rite of passage for any Met visitor. Alright folks, lace up those sneakers and get ready to burn off some of those New York bagels because we're taking on the Brooklyn Bridge. This iconic landmark is more than just a way to get from Manhattan to Brooklyn. It's an experience in itself. Walking across the bridge, you'll be treated to breathtaking views of the Manhattan skyline, the East River, and the Statue of Liberty in all her glory. And here's a little-known fact to impress your friends. Did you know that the Brooklyn Bridge was the longest suspension bridge in the world when it opened in 1883? That's right, this engineering marvel was way ahead of its time. So grab your camera, put on your walking shoes, and get ready for a journey that's as scenic as it is historic. Chapter 4. Broadway, baby, where dreams take center stage. Get ready for a night of show-stopping entertainment, because we're heading to the one and only Broadway. From classic musicals like The Phantom of the Opera to cutting-edge plays, Broadway is the place to see the best of the best in live theater. And here's a piece of trivia to make you sound like a true theater buff. Did you know that the longest-running Broadway show of all time is The Phantom of the Opera, which has been playing for over 30 years? That's a whole lot of chandelier dropping, folks. So, grab your tickets, put on your fanciest duds, and prepare to be dazzled by the magic of Broadway. Chapter 5. Lady Liberty, a beacon of freedom and copper? No trip to New York City is complete without a visit to the iconic Statue of Liberty. This symbol of freedom and democracy has been welcoming immigrants and visitors to American shores for over a century. And here's a surprising fact that might just blow your mind. Did you know that Lady Liberty wasn't always green? That's right, she was originally a dull copper color, but over time the copper oxidized, giving her that iconic green patina we all know and love. So hop on a ferry to Liberty Island, climb to the top of the Crown if you dare, and soak in the breathtaking views of the city skyline. It's an experience you won't soon forget. Chapter 6. Times Square, where the lights never fade. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter sensory overload in Times Square. This iconic intersection is a whirlwind of bright lights, giant billboards, and enough energy to power a small city. And here's a little-known fact to impress your friends. Did you know that Times Square wasn't always called Times Square? That's right, it was originally called Longacre Square, but it was renamed in 1904 after the New York Times moved its headquarters there. So grab your camera, strike a pose with a costumed superhero, and soak in the electric atmosphere of this one-of-a-kind destination. Chapter 7. Get ready to reach for the sky, because we're heading up to the top of the Empire State Building. This iconic skyscraper has been a symbol of New York City for decades, and the views from the top are simply breathtaking. And here's a cultural tidbit to impress your friends. Did you know that the Empire State Building has been featured in countless movies, TV shows, and songs? From King Kong to Sleepless in Seattle, this building has played a starring role in pop culture for generations. So grab your camera, brave the crowds, and prepare to be wowed by panoramic views of the city that never sleeps. Chapter 8. Our next stop is a poignant one, folks, as we pay our respects at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. This moving tribute honors the victims of the September 11th attacks and tells the story of that tragic day through artifacts, photographs, and personal accounts. It's a somber but important reminder of the human cost of that event and the resilience of the human spirit. And here's a trivia question to ponder as you reflect. Do you know what two reflecting pools sit in the footprints of the Twin Towers? They're called reflecting absence, and they're a powerful symbol of loss and remembrance. Take your time here, folks, and remember those we lost. Chapter 9. Get ready for a unique perspective on the city, because we're taking a stroll on the High Line. This elevated park was once a freight rail line, but it's been transformed into a lush greenway with stunning views of the city below. And here's a bit of history for you. Did you know that the High Line was almost demolished in the 1980s? Thankfully, a group of dedicated citizens fought to save it, and today, it's one of the city's most beloved public spaces. So grab a coffee, take a leisurely walk along the elevated pathway, and enjoy the urban oasis above the hustle and bustle. Ahoy, mateys! We're setting sail on the Staten Island Ferry, and the best part is, it's absolutely free. This iconic ferry ride offers stunning views of the Statue of Liberty, the Manhattan skyline, and the harbor. And here's a fun fact to make you the trivia king or queen. Did you know that the Staten Island Ferry transports over 70,000 passengers every single day? That's like moving the entire population of a small town. So grab a spot on the deck, feel the wind in your hair, and enjoy the ride. Chapter 11. American Museum of Natural History. Where dinosaurs still roam. Get ready to journey through time and explore the wonders of the natural world at the American Museum of Natural History. This massive museum has something for everyone, from dinosaur skeletons to meteorites to a giant squid. And here's a unique aspect that sets it apart. Did you know that the museum has over 34 million specimens and artifacts in its collection? That's more than any other natural history museum in the world. So put on your explorer hat, grab a map, and get ready to be amazed by the wonders of our planet. Chapter 12. Yankees game. Because in New York, we do baseball big. Alright, sports fans, it's time to catch some serious action at a New York Yankees game. Experiencing a game at Yankee Stadium is like stepping into a cathedral of baseball, with its electric atmosphere and passionate fans. And here's a fun fact to impress your fellow spectators. Did you know that the Yankees have won more World Series championships than any other team in Major League Baseball history? That's right, 27 championships and counting. So, grab your foam finger, put on your lucky jersey, and get ready to root for the home team. Chapter 13. New York Public Library. Shh, there's more than books here. Our final stop takes us to a place that's both grand and serene, the New York Public Library. This architectural masterpiece isn't just a haven for bookworms, it's also home to stunning reading rooms, rotating exhibitions, and a rich history. And here's a surprising fact that might just blow your mind. Did you know that the library's main building on Fifth Avenue has over 53 million items in its collection? That's enough to keep you reading for several lifetimes. So, put on your best whisper voice, wander through the hallowed halls, and soak in the literary atmosphere. Outro. So, what are you waiting for? And there you have it, folks. 13 must-do adventures that'll have you saying, I love New York. From the bright lights of Times Square to the tranquility of Central Park, this city has something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your New York adventure today. And hey, before you go, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below, letting me know which adventure you're most excited to try. Trust me, once you've had a taste of the Big Apple, you'll be hooked for life. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep on adventuring.